Yo, what is good, everybody? What is good, yo? I am actually smiling from ear to ear watching this episode of Fairy Tale. It is very, very much like watching a certain Magic Index Season 3 coming back, just putting me in a situation where I'm not sure where they're gonna come out swinging or if they're gonna do something unexpected or very expected. And from what we get, it's very normal beginning to a show, even with the inkling of bad people trying to come in and push their wills at certain aspects or, one type of festival get on their nerves, and bada bing boom, fairy tale, and this other scales team hops in the mix to save the town that's being attacked and whatnot. So I'm just really interested in what, how, oh, I can't, can I not use R2? I'm just interested in what could really, yeah, you can't use the web swingers right now. That's funny. Um, where Natsu and Lucy, their minds are in the right place, but having someone like Natsu, being the front runner for Fairy Tale or like the spokesman and that, and so to speak, is pretty rough. I mean, you have a better chance with. Not, yeah, I'm not gonna go there, but um, just seeing it and having to think that Natsu has technically became like the Makarov of Fairy Tale. Uh, he has to do anything he can to pretty much, get whoever he can back on his team from the old squad. And I don't think he understands that people may, have changed. People may have wanted to do other things instead of, continue whatever they were doing along with you. And that was kind of what I was feeling from Wendy. And I was surprised that we even got this type of development. Like, I'm guessing some members aren't uh, going to be this difficult to try to, bring over to the fairy tale side. But it kind of hurt to even hear that she was in another guild. She's doing the song. She has another guild's, tatted on her and everything. She went the whole 9 yards. But then you put together how long ago it was when this happened. Not only how long ago it was uh, when the disband happened. I mean, I guess it wasn't too long, like a crazy amount of time. Um, but at the same time, you have that plus everybody who you actually want to be around kind of just disappeared and went off and did their own thing. And you were pretty much left back at where you were at square one with just your cat and yourself on that island situation. But she did have other friends other places, so it's a really cool turn of events, in my opinion. The other part of it is just knowing that Natsu would kidnap her. He's just like, "Well, I'm gonna kidnap her. Case solved." We got Wendy back. Like he really was about just getting it done anyway, shape or form. So that was really fun to see. I really don't want to be doing this right now. But yeah, I one thing I wanted to catch up on though is, oh yeah, I know how to skip this, I think. Um, where do you think Gray and like Urza and Loxus, like whenever they get introduced, where do you think they're going to be, put in the situation of fixing or more or less, I want to say, if Natsu's doing what Natsu does, it's easy to say that he could destroy numbers of things, But who would be that? That's what I feel like they need to explain is if they're going to do. Let me do this. If they're going to do the old school fairy tale and have it the way, that they really wanted or whatever, then they would have to have someone that's covering all of their trails, making sure the mission people, like they're going out and getting the mission and the request. So it'll be interesting in that aspect to see how they explain all of those different things and who, actually was working to get those things done, in my opinion. That's what actually sounds like where they're going with on Fairy Tale, but I can't tell simply because you know, they really know how to hold back a lot of information that usually could give away things quickly. I mean, the recap is key to what we get to see for knowing this is where Natsu literally is at in his power level. Natsu is past the arc of the Tartaros, and when he returned and actually meets Lucy again after the big time skip again, these power ups that he has is really shown by him just running through a whole horde of monsters, but at the same time being Natsu that we know, seeing Happy get kidnapped and leaving everything to the wayside that he doesn't even like, that he actually cares about, but because it's in the way of whatever his heart is telling him to do, he's just gonna run through it. And I know there's a lot of fairy tale hate. There's so much fairy tale hate, but to be honest, there's a lot more people who like it, I feel like, than hate it, and I think that's why the hate is so easy to find uh, over people who like it because the hate gets the most attention by the people who like it that want to snuff out anything that people are saying that hate it. They want to just at least, show them there is a better side. So hopefully we can get a good season to shut up all the haters or at least give the haters something enjoyable to watch before it ends, seeing how they probably hated everything up to this point. Overall, though, man, we got Natsu with ridiculous control of his power, slapping robbers from a super long distance away, even hearing them or maybe smelling them. I don't even know at that point. He was smelling, sniffing, hearing, calling, caca, all these different things, and he got the robbers. But the one thing that I'm truly interested in is the very beginning of just knowing that there's gonna be, this huge fight, and there's only gonna be a key amount of members, which Julia, Gray, and Urza do join up. But is that the only people they have that join up, or is this the situation where everybody else has been defeated, but like always, we have still some people willing to fight till the end? And I can't wait to see what this final season has to show us. I've kind of been a little bit spoiled with the manga, but to be honest, I didn't read all the small details, so it's still going to be pretty fresh for me to understand why certain things are going to happen. So I can't wait to take that journey with you guys, people who are not just going to be haters and actually enjoy these types of videos or not enjoy it and want to talk trash. Get at me. I don't really mind. So, with that, everybody, I will talk to you in the next one. Let me know down below. Did you enjoy this episode? Did you hate it? Did you not mind it? What? Oh, and also, Happy's the MVP. Kept me happy literally the whole episode. So, there's that. And not to mention the cat having a human form. I think this is kind of their way of showing that the writer has plans for Happy either having a human form or uh like a human cat form, or there's a new series that came out that was like Eden Zero or something like that, where the cat there was a cat that kind of had that type of humanoid body deal. So I don't know. There's a lot of different things that could be hinted at that show up later on in the series. And if they do really go by this being the last season, guys, if they ever do a spinoff, are they gonna do a Boruto-esque spinoff where instead of the name being Naruto, it's Boruto and it has the Naruto characters in it? What do you think a title could be for that new series? But with that, I hope everybody is doing good and has a good one. I will talk to you in the next one, including if you're only here for Fairy Tale, I will definitely talk to you in the next Fairy Tale episode. And for that, peace.